Good morning there. It's bright but cold this morning. I'm in the Shere village car park. Behind me is London Lane, behind those trees. Goes up, sweeps round up onto the top of the North Downs, a bit like Beggars Lane, very similar in fact, a bit wider. It's something interesting to stop and look at as we go up, so I am going to stop and show you what I mean. We're going to start the ride by going through the ford, which is kind of just off the side of the village. It's good to go through. Looks good, would make some good videotape if you were doing the social media thing. And then what I'm going to do is head off over to the other side of the county, well, Dorking, not the other side of the county, and I'll show you how to come back over to Shere from Bucket's Farm. That's it this morning. Bit windy. See you later. Gav, run the flyover VT, please. Videotape. What's that idiot talking about? Okay, so you're in Shere. We've been to Shere before in episode 2. We're going to go up that lane from the side of the car park. You go under the bridge. It's always wet when you go under that bridge, okay? If you're going to fall off, try and do it before the bridge. Then it climbs up across the chalk. The chalk will be greasy if it's wet. We're going to stop and look at a World War II pillbox just like towards the top of the climb. Then you go through some woods. It's pretty flat. You take a sharp left and you come out on Coombe Lane. Now, if you look just north of that, it's that Fuller's Farm loop. So if you're heading back to London, you could quite easily see how you could go up London Lane, go along the top of Coombe Lane, turn off onto Shere Road, and then just kind of navigate your way back to Fuller's Farm, back down on the A246, and you are sorted there. The other thing that we're going to do is do the ford. So from the little square in front of the pub in Shere, I was filming the other day just by the bridge there. Go along the little stream, the road by the side of the stream. The ford's there, and then you can just climb up and then turn back around, and then you are going up. By the way, if you're looking for OS maps, the OS maps that you're looking for is number 145. So this is Shere. You go past the old fire station thing there. You're going to turn right by this house here. A lot of the houses here are Bray Estate houses, by the way. They're not actually private houses owned by the estate. Populated, and lots of the villagers live in them. Streams on the right hand side. Some really nice little houses along here. The old village jail is down here. That one on the left hand side, I think, is the old village jail. Could be a bit further down. No, that was it. On the right hand side there's some little allotments, and then the ford is down here on the right hand side. Anyway, long story short, I met my pal. We ended up dog and pony show. BMXs were involved. He was 9. He was there with his mate. Blah blah blah. He used to come down here on his BMX. Long old story. Lovely conversation. Fell off his bike. Da 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 da. All that kind of thing. And then he said, right, I'll run you up the hill. Managed to get through the ford eventually. And off he went, running up this hill with his dog. That's a fair way to sprint up a hill, by the way.
See you later, man.
So then I'm turning right onto the little road that takes you into Shere. There used to be a wooden bridge that went over this road, and it was a fairly old wooden bridge, and it used to go from the manor house, which is behind all these houses on the left hand side, over that wall that we just passed. No, actually it was over this wall that's just coming up to get to church, and it was built back in the day. Used to go over there. It's not there now. So again, these are estate cottages just on either side here. If you ever bring your mum, your significant other, your auntie, your gran, you should park in here. Park in this car park. on the right hand side there. So this is the start to London Lane. Now for as long as I've lived here, it's been wet under this lane. I've never ever seen it dry. Do you know what I'm doing? Putting my ABS on. That's exactly right. And I don't know what it was, right? Perhaps it was just the first thing in the morning. I hadn't had a coffee or something like that. Too much mud. Didn't have my mojo this morning. Just wasn't quite there. Wasn't quite there this morning. So sooner or later this is going to happen to you. So what do? I chill and relax. I kind of mentally check that I'm okay, that I've not broken anything, and then I get safe. That usually means pulling myself out on the bike, rolling off and making sure I'm okay. Then what I'll do is I'll stand up and think about what I need to do, and I make a bit of a plan. Then I crack on with the plan, and if that goes wrong, then I replan. I must have come off 10, 15, 20 times, and the first couple of times you always get stressed and your heartbeat goes up and stuff like that, and you just need to get used to it. You just need to relax. Just relax. But anyway, after that, it kind of, I wasn't firing on all four cylinders anyway, so it spooks me a little bit, and yeah, as you can tell, I'm just not with it just at this moment. So I think I have a bit of a breather a few times as I go up the hill.
Getting it this morning, Gav.
These conditions are actually as good as it gets, unless it's like a really dry sunny afternoon. This is pretty solid conditions for chalk. When it's wet, as I've said before, these edges become greasy and you can kind of slide off them, and it's that becomes quite exciting. I never do it in the winter. So I just wait until it's like middle of the afternoon. It's really nice. Middle of the afternoon on a sunny afternoon. Yeah, OS Map 145 is the one that you're looking for. OS Map 145, OS Explorer. For these parts of the Surrey Hills.
So halfway up London Lane, after you've fallen off, lost your mojo and all that kind of thing, just on the right hand side there's this lovely property built around 1940, commanding views of the Tillingbourne Valley, solidly constructed, wonderful windows that look out. Garden needs some work. The story for these is that they were built in 1940, actually by Canadians that were stationed here under command of General Ironside. 1940 was kind of the dark days, the start of World War II. I'm not going to go into it in any details now, but I will do in a separate video. But do stop and have a look around. Usually they're quite musky inside. You might just want to hold your breath before you go in. Anyway, off up to the top of the hill.
So it levels off now from memory. I think it's once you pass the pillbox, it's all right. And I will do that as a separate video because there's loads of them along, and everyone just scoots past them, and they deserve a little bit of commentary, I think. So I'm always going to stop for dog owners, and I stop in a really crap place. Boom, right in the middle of a hole.
Sorry.
Idiot.
Thank you, gentlemen.
So this is the top of the North Downs. That iron gate on the right there, there's a walking path and a walking path only. That takes you to the top of Beggars Lane, but it's a walking path only. And you kind of bear off to the left. Really nice straight path through the woods. When it's wet, these obviously fill up with water. And I think actually some of them really fill up with water, but I don't do it in the wet, so plenty of other videos of people doing it in the wet. I've never seen any horse riders up here. So then it comes up to the end here, bears round to the left, and then brings you out on the top of Coombe Lane. So go back and have a look at the map at the start, and just locate where you are, because if you turn right here, then that'll take you to the Fuller's Farm loop, and if you keep on going, it takes you towards Bockett's Farm and Leatherhead and Dorking, and that way. That's the next video. Cool. Thanks everyone. Stay safe and see you soon.